All right, it's still National Scrapbook Day. This is part 3, I believe, of the National Scrapbook Day project. And in part 1, we designed the project together, and I showed you how to turn pages from albums you like into folios. And in part 2, I showed you how to put together the insert. And what we're going to do in this video is we're going to make another insert. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with piece C. So it's going to be just piece C, piece D, and piece E. So just these 3 pieces. And then it's going to go in the KRAFT-TEX wrapper as well. So I'm going to get all these pieces together. So starting with piece C. We need a piece that is 11 by 8.5. We need 2 pieces that are 7.5 by 2. And then if you're going to divide it, you also need 2 pieces that are 1 by 6.5. These are not smaller due to the base being smaller. They're the same size. We just are doing 1 fewer pieces so that accommodates for the shortness. So we have 1 less inch to work with, which is why we started with piece C instead of piece D. So that's how we're accommodating for the size difference. That way we don't have to do math. That way we don't have to do math. All right, so those are the 4 pieces for pocket C. So now I'm going to move on to pocket D. So we've got 1 piece that's 11 by 7. For D, and then we need 2 pieces that are 2 by 6. And they're not 2 by 6, they're 2 by 5 because they're shorter. I remember they're shorter than we think. And we need 2 pieces that are 1 by 5. And that's it for piece B, or piece D. All right. And then piece E is the last piece. We need 1 piece that's 11 by 4.5. Which is right there. And then we need 2 pieces that are 2 by 3.5. And that's it, because this piece isn't divided. And that's it. That's all those 3 pieces. So think how quickly it's going to come together when you can just sit down and cut out your whole stack of pieces and go. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a long project. It's taking me a long time because I'm yammering and figuring stuff out and giving away prizes and all that. But when you guys sit down to do it, it's not going to be a problem at all. You know? Okie dokie. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to get out my scoreboard and I'm going to score all these pieces. We're going to whip through them really quickly. So anything that's 2 inches wide, you can just score right down the middle at 1. So yeah, this is going to, like, I just cut all those pieces in less than 10 minutes, you know. So the 4.5 inch by 11 inch piece gets scored at 3.5 inches. All the large pieces, you're just going to score them 1 inch shorter than they are. So if it's 4.5, you'll score it at 3.5. So you don't really have to remember a lot of measurements either. Yes, I think this would be very cute if you used a nice primary base like a blue or a red and used it for school stuff as well. You could even make like one for each grade and put them all in a magazine holder, because I actually think they might fit in a it might fit in a magazine holder. I don't know, 9 inches might be too big, but it would be cool if they did. So the piece that's 4.5 by 11 gets scored at 3.5. The piece that's 7 by 11 gets scored at 6. They get scored 1 less than they are. So that's a quick and easy way to remember it. These 2 are the 2 inch pieces. They get scored down the middle at 1. And these 2 are the 1 inch pieces. They get scored down the middle at 1/2 inch. Oh, E. The 4.5 inches piece is E. The 7 inch piece is D. Sorry, I misunderstood the question. But as we just determined, I'm a hot mess. So all right, again, the 2 inch pieces, regardless of how long they are, get scored down the middle at 1 inch. And the 1/2 inch and the 1 inch pieces, regardless of how long they are, get scored down the middle at 1/2 inch. I do live in Florida, it's true. Speaking of living in Florida, on Monday, I'm going to put up the voting for May book club. This piece is 8.5 by 11. It gets scored at 7.5. All right, and that's it. That's all the scoring. So now it's time to fat slab. Time to fold along all the score lines and burnish. The gator did it, exactly. That's what we say down here. Well, they stop you at the border, you know, when you're trying to move in, and if you have everything together, they don't let you. If you seem like totally normal, then they're like, no way. Yeah, the measurements are all the same as the first piece we made, just instead of starting, last time we started with piece B as in Bravo, and this time we started with piece C as in Charlie. So this time we didn't make a piece B. And the reason being is because piece B is already kind of stuck down to the book. Okay. And now that everything is folded and scored, we're gonna tape. So looky there. So I'm gonna put 3/8 inch tape along all the edges, and then I'm gonna put 1/2 inch tape along all the score lines. The only reason I use 2 different size tapes is because I once bought a bunch of 1/2 inch tape, and I don't think it's as useful as 3/8 inch tape, so whenever I have a chance to use it, I use it. But it's just as easy to put 2 lines of 3/8 inch tape, you know what I mean? And then you just buy just 3/8, and you don't have to worry about keeping 2 tape sizes. Everything is the same. You don't make any changes. You just, we're gonna cut everything the same way we cut it in the first one, so that you only have 1 set of measurements and 1 set of cuts to remember. Yeah, I think 3/8 inch tape is the one you should buy, and you don't even need to mess around with 1/2 inch tape. Absolutely. But if you have a ton of 1/2 inch tape because you bought a lot of it, yeah, we're skipping B. So in the first one we skipped A. Well, we didn't skip A, we glued A into the book. In the second one, we're skipping A and we glued B into the book, so we're starting with C. I think when this is complete, it's going to look so cool because, first of all, that I agree, Barbara Jean, because that X is just so striking, and I think the X in black with the Remember the Magic paper is going to look really, really cool. And having a KRAFT-TEX folio for your theme park visits is also going to be really fun, just as something to have, especially if you went to a theme park with someone, you could give it as a gift to them. You could make 2, one for yourself and one for them pretty easily. Be easy to copy. And remember, with all the National Scrapbook Day sales going around, you can get a lot of these papers. Like, I'm going to be using what I have left over from Remember the Magic from the Cruise album I just showed you. For mine. And I'm going to have these in the archives and on YouTube, so you'll be able to see the video with all the measurements and everything, and the diagram for how to stick it all together. That'll be on YouTube as well as in the archives. All the videos will be in the archives today. The YouTube videos, I'm going to put out 1 a day for the next 3 days, just because YouTube likes me better when I don't put them all out at one time. I have a lot fewer problems with YouTube if I just put 1 video a day. So I'm going to space them out. But they will eventually all show up over the course of the next couple days. But you have all the measurements and everything you need to put it together in the beginning. I thought they did too, Shaka. Remember the Magic and Cruisin' went together really nicely. I was happy with that. It's always nice when your digital papers match each other. That's one of the things about digital is you have to just hope because in person in a store, you can hold them up next to each other and test, but in digital you just kind of have to be like, all right, they look pretty close on my monitor. Hope it works. And then if you're wondering, for the next one, we'll be doing a school album using back to school. Is it back to school? School days. I put it on Facebook. Echo Park, and it's available at Snap Click Supply, and they're also having a 50% off National Scrapbook Day, and their code, I don't know what their code is. I think everything might just be 50% off. But I'm sure Fran knows their code. It's back to school. Thank you, Beverly. So when we do the landscape version of when we do the landscape version of Catch a Tag Remastered, it's going to be back to school with Monica. Thank you for joining us. Back to School by Echo Park, which you can get the digital version at Snap Click Supply. And they're having a glitter gang. They're having a sale for National Scrapbook Day, which is 50% off digital stuff, I think. And if you want to get Remember the Magic, Paper Phenomenon's having 50% off digital stuff, I think, as well. So, you know, today might be the day to pick up all these papers if you've been thinking about it. Monica says she has the back to school papers. Maybe Candy can sneak in there and get them. Ooh, Nicole's using pumpkin pie cardstock to match her KRAFT-TEX. Needs to find a fun paper to match. Well, if you really need the back to school paper and you don't have a printer, PM Monica. Ooh, Barbara Jean says it's a way to spend your stimulus check. There you go. All right. Okay, Fran says she thinks Snap Click Supply is just on sale and you don't need a code. That's what I thought, but I didn't know for sure. But yeah, so that's what, but that's Catch a Tag Remastered is what we're going to do after we finish decorating this. So on Thursday, we'll decorate this and we'll do Catch a Tag Remastered. I know, I don't have one either, Donna. Donna says, what stimulus check? And I don't have one. I don't have one either. Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay, Candy says SnapClick is changing the amounts when you go to checkout. Okay, so they're showing the regular prices in the store, but when you go to checkout, they're applying the discount. So, all right, so that's how Snap Click Supply is doing it. And that's where you can get digital Echo Park, back to school. All right, once you've added all your tape, you need to burnish. Hi, Marilyn. I will definitely tell him you said hello. Nice to see you. Workshops are not included in the giveaway, although what you could do, Leanne, is you could ask us to convert to a gift card, and you could use the gift card to get a workshop, you know, and that would at least pay for most of the workshop. So you could do that, because then you'd only owe a couple bucks. So ask Mr. Lifeguard to convert you to a gift card, and then you can get a workshop if you want to get a workshop. All right, so I'm now on cut C, which is this one right here. So we've got to make the notch, so we've got to make the valley. All right, so to make the valley, we are gonna make Snap Click Supply is, they sell digital paper. They sell digital paper. So if you like using digital paper, oh, you're just trying to decide. All right, and then after 1.5 inches, marking 1.5 inches in, and then 5.5 inches in. Do I have a recommendation? Yeah, I was just trying to think of what I think, like if I was gonna say just buy one thing that was an album basics guide or a tutorial, I would say you get a lot of bang for your buck with split decision, because you get that split binding and you get 7 different page styles, and 3 of the page styles you get are easy to convert to folios. So you do get a lot of bang for your buck with split decision. You also get a lot of bang for your buck with twice the fun, which Donna is suggesting, because twice the fun also has like 6 page styles and it holds a ton. Simple Stories is on sale on the Simple Stories website, and their code is Stay Home 2020, I think. Stay Home 2020. So yeah, Twice the Fun is also really good if you have split decision, because split decision and Twice the Fun, those pages work together. You can mix and match them because they're both 10 by 10. So that might be a good one. All right, so you cut from the corner to the cross, to the intersection of the cross. So from the corner to the intersection of the cross. And we have, all right, so once you've done that, then all you have to do is add your insert pieces if you're doing if you're dividing it. Oops, this is too long, so I'm just gonna bump it up. You just don't want these two to touch. So whatever size I said, make it 1.5 inches smaller. Okay, so once that's done, then we're gonna do the sides. And this time we're gonna leave all this tape on because this is the insert that's going in the book. Okay. All right, so then we just do the other side. All right, so now we just have to cut the corners, and then this piece is done and ready to stick in our book. So we're gonna cut the corners on our paper trimmer. All right, this one I've got to cut it again You just don't want them to touch, so. All right, so this one's ready to stick down. Then that one was C, so now we're gonna do D. So with D, we do the same thing. We're gonna do 1.5. Oof. One and a half inches, but this time we are gonna draw on the edges and not in the middle. And then 5.5 inches in from the side. We're gonna draw down again down the middle. And this time, instead, we're gonna go from the corner up to the middle instead of from the corner down to the middle. So corner up to the middle. Corner up to the middle. Okay. See ya, Candy. All right, so now this one comes to a point. So we're gonna just add our little skinny guys to the middle. And I just want to make sure that this piece gets stuck down and cut it off at the top, and then put the other little skinny piece down. And cut. Okay. All right. Now, so that's divided. All right. Once it's divided, we're gonna do the sides, which I made them too long, but it's whatever. Bye, Marilyn. Have a good afternoon. Gonna press them down. Well, they're not that much longer than they need to be. And then cut them on the angle. The video archives are not on sale, and they never ever go on sale. They're always full price. Because it's so that's the one thing that never goes on sale, but all right. So now that's all stuck down, so we just have to, like we did with the other one, cut the corners. But the video archives, you can always get 2 months free by signing up for the annual membership. So, because the annual membership is cheaper, gives you 2 months free over the monthly. So it's always discounted. All right. So this is ready to stick down. So I'm going to set it to the side. And that was D. And now we're going to do E. But yeah, look how quickly it comes together. So I think you are gonna be able to put this all together really, really quickly when you're not figuring it out and talking through it. It really does go together quite quickly. All right, and so now we just cut the corners of this one. I'm just gonna fold it in and check it. All right, it's all good. All right, so we're ready to stick these 3 pieces together. Some people are always cutting corners. We like to cut corners here. Oh, yeah. Thank you for subscribing, April. All right, so now we are going to put these 3 pieces together. So I'm going to leave all the tape on the back of, this is C and this is D. We're going to peel the tape on just the bottom of D, and we're going to line it up and stick it down to D. All right, so, and the reason I do it like that is because that way it's so much easier to handle when you only have one piece that's got sticky. Then I can go through and peel the tape off the other 4 flaps and then just close this piece on top of it, and it's all together. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So yeah, Thursday we're going to be decorating Project X, and Catch a Tag Remastered School will start the following Thursday. Yes, because I want to get this one totally finished for National Scrapbook Day. Okay, so now there's the X. All right, you can see we've got the 2 pockets. So it's the same deal. We're just gonna peel the tape just off the bottom. Again, it's just a lot easier to handle if only one side is sticky, if only one edge is sticky. All right. And then again, burnish, and then peel this tape off the sides, and then you can close it, and it's assembled. Easy, easy, easy. And that's it. So there's the X. So when we stick this in the book, let me go. Oh no, now I have to hold that heavy paper again. Boo. All right, so here's the 2 of them. Okay, so they're the same, except this one also, this has piece B. All right, so what we're gonna do is all right. Okay, so this first one we made, this right here, it's hard to see because it's black on black, but you can see that we have a piece of cardstock stuck to the KRAFT-TEX. This is piece A, and then this will go on top of it. Okay, and then we'll have that X, and then there'll be an additional pocket here because we have all the pocket strips on the back. This piece here, this is piece B, so we're going to put this here. All right, and then that's going to create a pocket there, and it'll be a divided pocket, and so then we'll have 2 X's, and then this one we'll just do a layout up here because it needs to stay flat so that the whole thing will shut. But that's it. That's the piece. So I'm going to stick these down now to show you ugh, how they go in, and then that'll be it for construction. And we'll decorate it on Thursday. All right, so I'm going to start with the smaller of the two, and I'm going to do it just the same as I did before, where I'm going to peel just the bottom. And then I'm going to put this so that it's propped against my chest so that I can just work on it like it's a normal piece. And I'm actually going to fold it back away from itself. Oh yeah, we should actually, no, you're right. I did say that we were going to decorate them first. So, because it's going to be hard to decorate them in the book. Yes. All right, we're going to leave them here. I'm just going to put some tape backing back on top. I'm going to leave them out. You're right. I'm going to leave them out. Man, I almost got too excited. Everyone's like, stop, don't do it. Stop. We'll decorate first. So I'm not going to put them in the books. Thank you for saving me. That was a close one. It was almost a disaster. All right. Okay. So I've got the KRAFT-TEX back over there under its press, and I've got my two halves, but just so you see, you know, how they fit our diagram. So this is how we started, and in the very first video from this series, I walked through the creation of this, so you could kind of see my process for taking a page and turning it into a folio. And you can see how this one fits here. And so what we'll do on Thursday is I'll be back at 2 p.m. Eastern USA time. Okay. And we are going to decorate these inserts and then put them in the book. And that whole process we'll do in real time, live on camera. And it'll be fun. So in the description for this video, I have links to the cardstock I used. I have links to the pattern paper I'm gonna use. I have links to my shop where we're having a sale, and our coupon is down there as well. So all kinds of information in this video description. There's a link to our Facebook group you can join if you want to get updates on when classes are happening and things like that. So thank you so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun turning a page into a folio. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the code for the sale is NSD 2020 at KathrynnScraps.com. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful National Scrapbook Day. I hope you enjoy crafting and you have lots of fun, and that your family brings you all kinds of treats and leaves you alone so you can craft in peace and quiet. But thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I had a lot of fun. These videos will be up on YouTube as well as in the archives. Congratulations to everyone who won a prize. Thanks again to the anonymous glitter gangster who donated prizes as well. So we were able to offer 17 prizes for National Scrapbook Day, which is awesome. Thank you so much. And you all have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye now.